In the depths of Stoicism. 10 powerful quotes to live by for a better life. At the heart of Stoicism lies a profound paradox, one that resonates through the ages, finding relevance in the modern struggles of daily life. It is a paradox that speaks to all of us, no matter where we come from, no matter what era we live in. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who have shaped the way we think about life and hardship, understood this paradox better than most. While we are the architects of our inner worlds, we often surrender control to external circumstances, opinions, and fleeting desires. In today's hyper-connected world, this paradox has never been more apparent. We wake up to check our phones, constantly measuring our self-worth by the fleeting approval of others. We scroll, we share, we perform on a grand digital stage, seeking validation that ultimately leaves us feeling hollow. We trade long-term happiness for immediate pleasure, often finding ourselves trapped in cycles of unfulfilled desires and external expectations. The Stoics, however, offer a timeless solution. Their teachings remind us of the power of inner peace, discipline, and resilience. And through the lens of 15 powerful quotes, we can explore these Stoic principles, timeless tools for navigating a chaotic world with grace and wisdom. 1. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, reminds us that our internal world shapes our experience of the external world. How we perceive our circumstances, the judgments we make, and the thoughts we entertain directly affect our happiness. In a world that constantly bombards us with external noise, the key to a fulfilled life lies in the quiet strength of our thoughts. Consider this: we cannot control the events that happen to us, but we can always control how we respond to them. In every situation, we are faced with two choices. We can either react emotionally, allowing circumstances to dictate our mood, or we can choose to respond with wisdom, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. The quality of our thoughts determines whether we rise above or sink into despair. In our modern world of instant gratification and digital distractions, it is easy to be swayed by the opinions of others or the fleeting pleasures of external validation. However, true happiness comes from cultivating a mindset of resilience, wisdom, and self-mastery. Focus on developing inner peace, and the outer world will become far less tumultuous. 2. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, offers a powerful truth about human nature. We often suffer more from what we imagine might happen than from the reality of the situation. Fear, anxiety, and worry are products of our own minds, shaped by worst-case scenarios and endless what-ifs. In the age of 24/7 news cycles and social media, it's easy to get swept up in the fear-driven narratives that dominate our culture. We catastrophize, imagining the worst outcomes, and in doing so, we rob ourselves of the present moment. Yet, as Seneca points out, our fears rarely come to fruition. The true suffering lies not in the external world, but in the stories we tell ourselves. If we can master the art of letting go of imagined fears, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary suffering. The Stoics teach us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, reactions, and actions, and to leave the rest to fate. By cultivating a mind that refuses to indulge in baseless anxieties, we open ourselves up to a life of peace and clarity. 3. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, offers a straightforward yet profound lesson on the nature of control. Life will inevitably present challenges: illness, loss, rejection, failure. However, the Stoics teach us that while we cannot control what happens to us, we always have control over how we respond. In our fast-paced, unpredictable world, it is easy to feel like a victim of circumstances. The pressure to succeed, to be perfect, and to please others can overwhelm us. But true strength comes from within. It's not the events themselves that determine our lives, but the meaning we attach to them and the way we choose to engage with them. When we stop blaming external forces and take ownership of our reactions, we reclaim our power. This does not mean that hardship won't hurt, but it does mean that we can choose to learn from it and grow stronger. 4. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Though Emerson is not a Stoic philosopher, this quote aligns deeply with Stoic principles. The Stoics teach that fear is a natural response to uncertainty, but that fear should not control us. In fact, what we fear the most is often the very thing that will bring us the most growth. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, pursuing a new career, or confronting a difficult conversation, the Stoic mindset encourages us to face our fears head-on. By embracing discomfort, we expand our boundaries and strengthen our character. It is through pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones that we discover our true potential. In today's world, where comfort is often just a click away, it's easy to avoid challenges. But real fulfillment comes not from avoiding discomfort, but from moving through it with courage and purpose. 5. A fool is one who has not learned to control himself. Epictetus. Epictetus frequently emphasized the importance of self-control. In the context of Stoicism, self-control is not merely about avoiding indulgence, but about mastering our impulses, desires, and emotions. The fool, according to Epictetus, is not someone who makes mistakes, but someone who allows their passions to control them. In modern society, where excess and indulgence are often celebrated, self-control might seem like an outdated concept. Yet the Stoics argue that true freedom comes from within, from the ability to control one's reactions and desires. By mastering ourselves, we can navigate life with purpose and integrity. Consider how often we are tempted to act impulsively, to lash out in anger, to indulge in unhealthy habits, or to chase fleeting pleasures. The Stoic path, however, asks us to pause and reflect before acting, to choose responses that align with our highest values. 6. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Epictetus. Epictetus again brings us back to the concept of control. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is that we should focus on what we can control: our actions, our judgments, and our character. Everything else, other people's opinions, external circumstances, the past, lies beyond our control. In our modern world, we are often tempted to place our happiness in external things, possessions, achievements, recognition, or status. We believe that if we just acquire more, do more, or become more, we'll finally be content. But Epictetus warns us that the more we tie our happiness to these external factors, the less control we have over our own peace of mind. The Stoic lesson here is simple. True happiness and peace come from within. When we let go of our attachment to things outside of our control, we find the freedom to live authentically and to act with integrity. 7. He who is brave is free. Seneca. Courage is a central virtue in Stoicism, and Seneca's statement encapsulates its liberating power. To be brave is to confront fear and uncertainty, to stand firm in the face of adversity. But the Stoic view of courage is not just about physical bravery, it's about moral and emotional courage as well. In today's world, courage often manifests as the willingness to speak our truth, to stand up for what is right, or to take risks that push us out of our comfort zone. It's about making decisions that align with our values, even when they are difficult or unpopular. True freedom comes not from avoiding fear, but from overcoming it. 8. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Plato. While not a Stoic himself, Plato's philosophy aligns with Stoic teachings in many ways. This quote speaks to the Stoic principle of living a life of simplicity and contentment. In a world that constantly encourages us to acquire more money, more things, more recognition, the Stoics remind us that true wealth is found in our ability to be content with what we have. 9. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. B1. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius cuts to the heart of Stoic ethics with this quote. It's easy to talk about virtue, to debate what it means to live a good life, but the Stoics teach us that true wisdom lies in action, not in words. To be virtuous is to embody virtue in every decision, in every interaction, in every moment. In today's world, where talk often outweighs action, this message is especially relevant. It challenges us to move beyond intellectualizing morality and to live according to our highest ideals, regardless of external circumstances. 10. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Epictetus. Epictetus again brings us back to the importance of living our philosophy. The Stoic path is not one of mere intellectual understanding, but of practical application. It's not enough to read about Stoicism or to discuss its teachings. We must embody them in our everyday lives. This is a call to action for anyone seeking a better life. Don't just talk about virtue, kindness, or discipline. Live it. Make decisions that reflect the Stoic ideals of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Conclusion: a call to action for modern times. The teachings of Stoicism, with its powerful lessons and timeless wisdom, offer us a way to navigate the complexities of modern life. From mastering our thoughts and reactions, to embracing challenges with courage, to living a life of purpose and contentment, the Stoics remind us that the true path to a better life lies not in external success, but in the cultivation of inner wisdom and self-control. In a world that constantly pulls us in different directions, these Stoic quotes serve as a compass, guiding us back to what truly matters: our character, our choices, and our peace of mind. It is through these principles that we find the freedom to live authentically and with integrity, no matter the circumstances we face. As you move through your day, reflect on these Stoic lessons. In moments of doubt, recall that your happiness is determined by your thoughts, not your circumstances. In times of fear, remember that what you fear most is often what you most need to do. And in every moment, choose to embody the virtues you wish to see in the world. Live not